Oh, God. Well, my face is looking a little bit low, doesn't it? Let's just adjust this chair up a bit. Oh, that's much better. And now my voice is going. That's not a good start. Right. Saturday or Sunday? I don't even know the bloody day. Sunday is when we're doing the midweek FIFA live stream. Literally last minute. Let's see who turns up quickly. Got to quickly do thumbnail and description, and I'll get ready. Oh, goddamn. Right. Hang on a minute. Oh, no, that's... I know what's wrong with that. I thought my thumbnail went wrong, but it's not the case at all. I just selected the wrong file. That's it. Jack, welcome. Harry, welcome. Owen, welcome as well. We've got a couple here already. Let's actually make a start. I don't actually know what games we're starting with. In fact, I'll decide when we're starting. Now we'll start now. Let's not keep you guys waiting. We'll start off with Barnsley and Luton, I think. I think that's a good game to start off with. But yeah, any sort of reaction you want to hear from the games, Premier League, Championship, you can ask me right here. So, I've decided to do the live stream for FIFA's predictions today, rather than Monday. Cameron Meach, welcome to the stream. If you're a new viewer, everyone give a warm welcome to Cameron. We always try and welcome our new viewers. Licorn Harry says, how am I? I am doing well, and I think I saw a comment from Harrison saying that Frankie McAvoy is getting sacked in the morning. It's not looking good for Preston, isn't it? And I'll go on with Preston a little bit, because I think it's literally all I see on my social media page, literally at the moment. The toxicity with the club, the relationship with the fans and the owners, and the technical advisor, who I think is getting the most targeting at the moment, which is Peter Ridsdale, isn't it? So I'll give my thoughts on that in a minute. I want to quickly do the description, and then I'll give you my thoughts on everything, because there's quite a lot to say. I will respond to comments in a minute as well. I'm just going to really quickly try and do the description, and then I'll be with you. Yeah, the 0 Point Club is Preston and Forest, isn't it? FIFA camera angle, thank you so much for reminding me. In fact, I'll do that first, because it always bloody changes. That's going to have to be a tradition. One of these days, I'll remember to change it in my own time. We'll want a Tenny broadcast, I guess. Oh, that was embarrassing. I actually showed me changing the settings in my actual live video yesterday, on the Friday. If BENHD was watching, he would have been angry at me. He probably would have been. He's probably had to switch the camera off at that time as well. I mean, it's not just Ben. There's a lot of people I know. There's a lot of people I know who support Preston, and they are absolutely feeling betrayed. I think that's the biggest word I'm getting from Preston fans. It's just this feeling of betrayal a little bit. Okay, I'm just quickly doing the description here. It's going to be nice and basic. I'm going to even have bloody hashtags too. In fact, I probably might add hashtag Ridsdale out as one of the hashtags as well, because I think that's trending everywhere. Let's see how that does. Harry's saying Alex Neil will go to Forest. I mean, I don't even know if Alex Neil is going to go back to the Championship now, personally, but Forest I don't think will be a bad fit for him. In fact, I need to get my phone. Where's my phone? It's there. Ooh, because I'm not going to be able to catch comments. Hang on a minute. I want to make sure I've read everyone's comments here. Thanks for the likes, everyone. We're on 6 likes already. Okay, Creeper Boy, welcome to the stream. Karen Meach, welcome to the stream. Really shocked we lost to Bournemouth because of the Wilson red. I mean, are you getting confused with that red card with Fulham's one? Do you mean the David Brooks one? Yeah, Brooks got sent off, didn't he? And Forest had a good 20 minutes to equalise. And I'm going to watch the highlights later on, because what I tend to do my review around about this time, a little bit later, that's when I start watching the reviews. Then I sleep on what I've seen, and then I develop my sort of review commentary in the morning. Yeah, Brooks, yeah, of course. Yeah, because he scored as well, didn't he? He scored and then he got sent off, you know, 2 bookable offences. So I'll be interested to see how that goes round. I've already done about the FIFA camera angle. Yeah, there will be a review video still, and I'll give you an update on the prediction league as well. I've actually moved up quite a bit. Here's Alex Moat for Barnsley, and he's missed. I don't know how he's missed that. He shouldn't be at Barnsley. Let's look at his replay. Sluga wouldn't have got there. Oh, that's a dreadful miss. That's a dreadful miss by Alex Moat there. Who is Alex Neil? He was Preston's former manager. So he was Preston's manager for, I think, was it 4 years? It was approaching 5 seasons in charge. Yeah, I think it was 4 to 5 seasons in charge. Alex Neil was. He got sacked last year. Without Chong, we looked shocking, says Jack. I know he had a goal disallowed in the final minute. I think it was Harley Dean who headed offside. But for what I've heard, Birmingham looked like that they controlled the ball nicely, but creating chances, neither side looked any good. It looked like a really dire game, to be honest. So it's not one I'm entirely looking forward to watching it. It's a good shout if I were to do a live stream Tuesday or Wednesday. The problem I have with that is I'm working a lot this week. Wednesday I'm not doing too much. That could be a day I might do it. But I don't know about Tuesday, because Tuesday I'm working for 5 hours this week, which is 3 hours more for what I tend to do on a Tuesday. So it's going to be interesting what I get out for you on a Tuesday. It might have to be a quick fantasy video. Sheffield United are shocking this season. They really are struggling to get their confidence going forward, which is what I'm noticing at the moment. I watched most of that Swansea-Sheffield United game, and yeah, it was not a really good game, really. I mean, I know they had chances, but realistically, I think McGoldrick was the only one that came close. Jamal Lowe came close for Swansea, but yeah, that game was also disappointing as well. I think Sheffield United and Swansea are very similar with their issues, with their strengths and their weaknesses. It was literally a match, honestly. They were so close, but both have got their problems, and both need to address it as soon as they can. Everyone kept slipping over, apparently, in the Birmingham game. Morgan Rogers might be coming to Forest. I did hear about that rumour. I'll delve into that next time and do a transfer video. Where Fulham and West Brom got 3 goals, they're up and running. Yes, I agree. Fulham really turned the game on, scoring 5 against Huddersfield. I mean, I know it's against Huddersfield's defence, which I did call in my preview video, is not very strong. I did think Huddersfield would just manage the game better. If Huddersfield managed that game better, they would not have conceded the amount of goals that they did. Because they couldn't manage the game, they conceded way too many chances, especially at a home game. That is very not encouraging for Huddersfield, but also no one's won 2 in a row. Yeah, I've noticed. So yeah, everyone's lost their 100% record. So the only 100% record we have at the moment is Forest and Preston with 100% defeats. And that could all change in midweek as well. Of course, Preston got Huddersfield. And who did Forest have? I completely forgot who Forest had. I did look who Forest have, but it's completely left my mind. I've literally just put the thumbnail with all the fixtures on, and I've forgotten. It's Wednesday. Oh, it's Blackburn, that's it. Yeah, they've got Blackburn, which won't be an easy game, you know, because Blackburn doing all right at the moment with their start. Great atmosphere at Brentford. Yes, I agree. I watched it live. Yeah, brilliant atmosphere. I was on Matt SB stream, actually, which is how I watched most of the commentary. But it really was a brilliant game. It was a great game to watch. Arsenal had their spells, but really creating-wise, very lacklustre and poor. And it just goes to show for me how far Arsenal have fallen. You'll take 87 points. Is that fantasy? Yeah, I actually need to look at fantasy rankings, because I actually might be doing quite well, because I had a really good weekend. I had Brereton in my team who scored. I had Mitrovic in my team who scored a fluky goal, but he scored. Dewsbury Hall now, and he scores for Luton Town. That is a cracking goal. I mean, most of the chances are coming from people that are not even in the club anymore. Wow. Let's see this again. 0-0 between Huddersfield and Preston, people are predicting. It's so unlike them with their really, really, I was going to swear there, bad defence, but it could be that both sides don't want to lose, and that could be what the result will be. I don't want it to be that, but I can. There's two sides to it. You can definitely see that. You either see a lot of goals just pouring in from these two sides, or it'll just be a stonewall 0-0 draw. LJP, welcome to the stream. We're just giving our reaction to a lot of the games, really. I've not gone through the review yet. Obviously, that happens tomorrow. What I tend to do around this time, I've decided to stream FIFA's predictions for midweek now. Then straight after that, what I tend to do is that I basically watch all the highlights of all 12 games, which does take a bit of time, but I do have to make sure I do my research and actually can see visually what's been going on. And yeah, I sleep on that, and then tomorrow I wake up feeling fresh, thinking, okay, I now know what I'm going to say. So, need a good night to sleep on, the highlights as well. It was a good start for my team, Chelsea, for the Premier League, but yes, some teams in the Premier League not doing well, but same goes with Championship as well. Relegation predictions, Premier League. Okay, if I were to predict my relegation for the Premier League right now, I gotta say Palace did not look good against Chelsea. They actually only had one shot on target, I think, which I think was a block that Rudiger made on Zaha. That was the only dangerous bit they had. I think if they don't replace Vieira quickly, I think Palace are gone. Norwich are going down. I'm sorry, and I'm going to talk about this in my review video tomorrow. I don't want a repetitive cycle of Fulham going up and Norwich going down. It just gets so bloody boring at this point. And I just hope for a bit of variety. So, yeah, that's what I've been seeing at the moment. I'm already seeing, okay, Fulham looking pretty confident here. I know it's 2 games, but it's still good progress. And Norwich losing 3-0 on the opening day, at least, against Liverpool last time, they were away from home and they actually scored a goal. So it's not like they've improved anyway, and they've just really struggled without Oliver Skip, I think. I mean, that was a big blow, but also losing BENHD, 2 big players that were big in their season last year, and take them out of the team, it's going to be very, very difficult. Just go Man City. I'll go Palace, Norwich, and my third team to go down. I do not want to say Leeds. I think Leeds will finally pull out the bag. I'm actually going to say Burnley. Oh, no, actually, no. Southampton. Southampton would be the third team, I think. Even with Adam Armstrong looking promising, which I'm glad for him for, you would have seen my reaction. I'm really glad for him, but he's got himself a goal on his debut. But I think even from that, I just think they've been weakened way too much. So, yeah, I'm going to predict, I think, Norwich, Palace, and Southampton, I think. Which is a little bit different from what I originally predicted. Who else did I? I had Watford going down. Of course they won. And I think Watford could still go down. First 70 minutes were great. Last 20 minutes a bit shaky. But if they score plenty of goals, Watford will survive. And they definitely are capable of it. Jack saying Derby will be promoted. When was the last time Fulham played Norwich? Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe in the Premier League. In fact, I would hazard a guess saying I think it may be in the 13-14 season. In fact, no. At some point they would have been relegated together. I think it was the 17-18 season, the last time they played with each other. Yes, because Fulham went up this year, and then the year after, Norwich went up, and that is when we got this cycle. So this cycle has been going on since 2017-18. And you wonder why we want a little bit of variety when it goes to promotion and relegation. The same bloody thing's been going on for a good 4 or 5 seasons now, so it's not a bloody surprise we want a bit of change. Norwich have already literally given me enough. I know it's the first match, Jaden, by the way, and welcome to the stream as well. I know it's the first match, and, we can't set our standards already, but if that's what's going to be, come the end of the season, I do call for, just a bit of variety. I'm happy to see a team like Brentford go to the Premier League. It's different. It's the 50th different team in the Premier League as well. Yeah, that's my small rant over. Have I done a posh match yet? In terms of FIFA, no, fair match is going pretty soon because I know they're playing Tuesday. They've got Cardiff, haven't they? Ooh, I mean Cardiff did well against another newly promoted side in Blackpool, very well. So I don't know. I'm open to give maybe a draw for this one. I don't know. Fahad Bashiru is leaving Forest. I did hear about that. I'm gonna do a Championship match day review to like you and Ben. Oh, okay, brilliant. Yeah, keep it short and sweet. I say that's my advice for that. If you keep it short and sweet, just you don't have to waffle on. One thing that I always try and avoid, which I can't quite help myself, I waffle on a bit, and it saves you time as well. So if you keep it short and sweet, saying the main points, the goals, the reaction, they're moving forward, their next match, because their next match is in midweek, isn't it? So it's very apt that you talk about that. Our attackers will be a lot fitter than Tuesday, so maybe we get at least a point from that game. Are you a Peterborough fan, SB Jess? Because if so, yeah, I mean Peterborough overall, for what I've seen, it was a pretty poor first half, which was to be expected. I think a lot of people had a draw. I had a Derby win, of course. That's what I predicted. And yeah, so overall, I think what I really like about Peterborough already is that they've got this belief to play to the final whistle, to have this energy. Tyler Walker going quite close there, blimey. I think it's more criticism on Derby for the fact they sat back and they really didn't manage the game well. But you've got to give credit to Peterborough. And actually, Burrows, who came on, he made a big impact, and Dembele, who also went on as a substitute. So, well done with Darren Ferguson on his substitutions, because I think they really changed the game. I think the other fullback they had, I've forgotten who it was, just didn't really have any success, trying to attack the game going wide. As soon as Burrows got on, he had an energy about him, he had bravery. And when you've got energy and bravery, even you don't have to be the most technical player. You can still take the game by the scruff of the neck. And Joe Ward has got to get credit as well with the crosses he's put in as well. I think he created or started the creation of two of the goals in the end. I think the one I was talking about was Butler and potentially Randall as well, because sometimes Randall, he changed from like a attacking midfielder to a winger as well, so it was a bit of a bizarre role he had. But yeah, Marriott wasn't doing it for me. Clark Harris, once again, he's going to take him a little bit of time with his big weight of expectation as well. But Dembele, who I think will leave, I don't know when, whether it will be a couple of weeks or in the end of the year. I think he will be running his contract down, potentially, which I think could be the scenario that we've Peterborough find themselves in. But I think what that could do, it'll be a bittersweet moment, because it'll be Posh fans, you will know that you'll be losing him like pretty soon. But at the same time, he'll be wanting to get some good performances in to get his value up. Especially if he extends his contract as well, his value will completely rise. And you have got, Peterborough, you managed your man to win over Derby. Yes, exactly. They're expecting at least 4 million. It's Matty James. Oh, it's a saved. Matt SB, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you again. We were just having a conversation about Peterborough's comeback, and we were briefly talking about Preston and their diabolical situation at the moment. The comeback from Peterborough, unbelievable, to score 2 stoppage time goals, of course, 91st, 100th minute too. Sirikin Dembele, as soon as he came on, funnily enough, the guy very heavily linked at the moment, would definitely be wanting to increase his transfer value doing that performance as well. Oh my gosh, that is so close. That is so unlucky. Isn't that Embleton who came so close there? Oh, off the crossbar. Man, that is so unlucky. Yeah, what I was going to say? Oh yeah, well, it'll be very happy we talk about commentary whilst you're here, Matt SB. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, you didn't see me live because obviously you were at the game, but my heart felt when I saw, the penalty, because Gayorquez, I predicted 1-1 for this game, so it would have looked good for me for Coventry to score in that last minute of the game, and I just eagerly waited for Chris Kamara just to say that they've equalised, but nah, It was a huge uproar in the Barnsley crowd, who I thought were brilliant. I thought the Barnsley fans were absolutely terrific. But it was saved. And I think Waghorn should have taken the penalty, personally. When I knew Waghorn was still on the pitch, I just scratched my head thinking, why on earth is he not taking his penalty? It killed me. Oh, gosh. Oh, man, I feel bad. It's worse, I think, when you're in an away day as well, knowing you've travelled all this way and you've got to go back as well. I can only imagine it, that it will absolutely kill. If it was at home, it would still, it would still sting a little bit, but I think just the added, the amount where you have to travel on. I mean, to be fair, Barnsley, Coventry, Midlands, Northern, I don't think too bad of a distance, but it's still an away day and, still quite a bit to travel home as well. So, yeah, I felt bad for you in that sense. But, no, I was disappointed as well because I wanted a correct score and last minute penalty would have been a really clutch way to get a correct prediction there. So, yeah. Felt really bad for Coventry and yourself as well, but yeah, it was an overall very dramatic weekend. So yeah, Peterborough with that comeback, Coventry with that penalty miss, Preston with what they're going through as well. Peter Ridsdale out, more specifically, trending on my Twitter page. It's literally all I see at the moment. Their technical advisor, of course, and whether getting rid of him will be the solution to Preston. I understand the frustration with the promises he would have with like-to-like quality replacements. Ben Pearson, for example, he goes and then they get Ben Whiteman in. A promising player, but a player of that standard? No. Yes, it is. It is Blackburn and Coventry playing at the moment. You're absolutely right there. In terms of FIFA's predictions, it's still 0-0. Blackpool coming the closest to scoring after hitting the crossbar there. Yeah. God, yeah, you're going to really want to come back against Blackpool. They'll be a tough team to be at Bloomfield Road, although Cardiff managed to do it, I would say, with their experience very comfortably. I think if Coventry just take their chances, and that's going to be the thing with Coventry. I think they can, on the ball, they'll look attractive, they can defend well. Minus that one mistake that led to the goal. They can defend well. It is about going forward and taking their chances. Their striker options for me don't fill me with like a top half championship team. That makes sense. Stewart! Oh my gosh, that's an incredible save. Off to the post as well. That would have been a snatch and grab for Blackpool. But it looks like Coventry are going to hold on. Oh my gosh. Coventry literally getting away with it. Blackpool hit the woodwork twice and they don't get anything. And it's Coventry that hold on with a draw. Wow, I hope the game's as dramatic as that. Maybe for your sake, man, you'll be wanting it to be a Coventry win. Right, you'll take 0-0. We need to take our chances. People are going to... fair enough, Matt. Thank you for popping in the stream, by the way. So yeah, everyone, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Matt's great YouTuber, by the way. So yeah, love what you do, man, and hopefully we'll see more of you. Okay, I'm a bit out of breath out of that. That's quite... dramatic game there. Right, what have we got next? I'm going to have to look at my phone for this. I should know. I think it's Huddersfield alphabetically. I can't alphabet right now. Right, Huddersfield is next. And for me, I think potentially right up there for one of the biggest games of midweek, we've got Huddersfield 22nd going up against Preston 24th. It's a big game for both these clubs. Yeah, I'm going to have to do these kits. It's going to have to be the best way I can do. Wow. That was a really good game for FIFA, actually. What's going on there? They don't really do that often with, really, dramatic games and that. But no, I got to give FIFA credit there. Right, so Huddersfield Preston. Big game in midweek. Both sides desperately need to win. Both are searching for their first win of the season. Huddersfield only on 1 point. Preston on no points at all. Both sides need something. Preston, I believe, have done the double over Huddersfield last season. So that could be a bit of confidence for them. But at the same time, it is, you just don't know. Expectations are different. Teams are different. Thank you, SB Jazz, by the way, for subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate that. We're on 737, which we were at 737 yesterday, but someone did unsub. Thank you so much. So we are 13 away from 750 subscribers, which is brilliant. If you have not hit that like button, please do so. It really helps. How are we doing with that, by the way? 12 likes. If we can get to 15 likes, I'll be terribly appreciative. And please subscribe if you haven't done it, if you're new. It does really help. Right, let's end that plug. On Gaffer, you got 116. Did you get 116 points on Gaffer? I need to, well, in fact, I do know the Gaffer standings. I put them on my Discord, I think. Huddersfield will ship 80 more goals this season. I mean, if they go for this gun-ho approach under Corberan, they probably will. But for me, I think both these teams are savable. It's just, are they going to sack their managers? Can any of them find the confidence to turn it around? You know, both have got playmakers in. You know, we don't know about with Huddersfield with Lewis O'Brien at the moment. Is he going to play his last game ever for... Is he gonna play his last game ever for Huddersfield? Has he already got his move, requested? Because if he doesn't go, he could be someone who could change their season. And with Preston, of course, Daniel Johnson, who scored their penalty, right up there for me as one of the better players. Here's Emil Reece-Jacobson, and he does right there what he's not been able to do at all this season, and he scored a goal and had some composure doing so. 1-0 to Preston. What a through ball that was. Let's see the replay to this goal. Ben would be dreaming of this. I mean, he would wish that Reece-Jacobson could do this in real life right now. What a hit. 1-on-1, top corner. And that's exactly what Preston will need. And it's what the fans need as well, because, right, what I've seen on social media, it really has not been encouraging what I've seen. It really has not been exciting. I've seen people planning protests. That's Preston fans, that is. I've been seeing banners being made on social media. It is literally spread like wildfire. It's the only thing I ever see on my Twitter feed now. And when I know something's on my Twitter feed, I know it's pretty big. And of course, it's Ridsdale out. What a goal! What a brilliant goal by Ched Evans. Blimey. That is two fantastic goals by Preston, and we only had 28 minutes in already. Ben will be loving this. I want to see that goal more than anything. Right, let's see what happens here. Good play in the midfield. Oh, what a pass by Reece, and what a strike by Ched Evans. Let's see that again. First time effort as well. I mean, FIFA could be smoking something crazy here. Or FIFA could be predicting maybe a small miracle for Preston's season. But one thing they have got right, which I was going to say, SB Jazz, Huddersfield's defence, non-existent. That is literally what they got. I think in a way, they just lack a system. They lack a defensive system, a backbone, and more importantly, which I think is a bit worrying, a leader. I was hoping Matty Pearson was going to be more of that leader. I know he got a goal for Huddersfield against Fulham, but you could be good going forward, but defending is so important. It really is the fundamentals of your of the spine of your football team. If you don't have a defense, you can't operate properly. So when you actually build a team, you've got to, for me, build up from the defense, and then eventually, you'll be able to transition that into attack. Right now, if we're going to have issues with that right now, it was not a good goal kick. Oh, what a tackle. What a brilliant tackle right there. I thought that was going to be Huddersfield getting one goal back, but it was a brilliant tackle, actually. Whew, we had a pretty quick start, but people couple of you have left now. Well, I mean, I'm going to quickly talk about my work, because I am working so much this week. It's going to be very difficult for me to get videos out. I don't want to make 2 fantasy videos a week, but it's probably going to have to be that way, especially if I want to make the Gaffer Fantasy League something that happens before every match day as well. So likely Tuesday, Thursday, you'll see that, and Wednesday maybe transfer show, and then Friday score predictions. But that is every bloody weekday. I'm not even giving myself a break here. Yeah, and, maybe I should. But you know what? There's so much content to go through. It really is. With the transfer window really intensifying as well, I need to cover it, definitely. And I think sometime next week, I'm going to cover the away kits. I think Derby, I don't know if they've released it yet or not. I don't know if they have. I don't think they have. But yeah, I'm hoping as soon as Derby release their away kit, I'll be on that video quickly. And then I want to try and do a different video which involves a little bit more, a couple more stats. Might get a couple of content creators involved as well. So definitely want to get some of those creative statistical videos as well, because I think they do quite well on the channel as well. God, it's 8 o'clock right now, so I've been streaming for 15 minutes, and 30 minutes. I beg your pardon. Oh my gosh, I thought Koroma scored, but look like Bakuna, sorry. I thought he scored, but it was a side netting. Unlucky. And that's Junior Bakuna. I'm not getting the Bakunas confused this time, because I know Leonardo Bakuna scored for Cardiff last week. Yesterday. They've released it. Hang on a minute, have they now? I need to see this for myself. WSC away kit this season. Oh wait, no, that's Norwich's. Hang on. Oh wait, hang on. Wait, 2 days ago. Okay, so very recently, it looks like they've released a kit. Oh. It's not what I was expecting. I'll give you that. It's definitely not what I expected. Oh god, I definitely got to make that video sometime. I've got to make sure I do that transfer show. I think sometime next week I'll do the kits. Sometime next week I'll do the away kits. Then also transfer show. Is there going to be another midweek of championship games? I don't know if there is. I might as well check. So obviously match day 3 is going to be midweek. No, so match day 5 is going to be the week after match day 4. Match day 5, if I remember right, we've got the East Midlands Derby and the Seven-Side Derby in the same week. If I remember that right, because I think I remembered covering week 5 in my fixture released, and I said week 5, is going to be the most explosive week. I could be wrong, but if my memory serves me right. Last time we were in the Championship, we beat Cardiff home and away 2-1. Yeah. Although, the only thing to say about that, I don't think you had a good record against Derby last time, and of course you beat them. It's just been so long. It's been pretty much close to 10 years, 9-10 years. 9 to 10 weeks before... Excuse me. It's been so long, and I think Cardiff's squad has changed a lot since then, of course. Cardiff were a side that, they were like on the cusp, but not quite, being a really good team. I think, when actually, I'm just looking for any positives. You know what? I think that's exactly what Peterborough got to have. I think if they do approach it with positivity and don't have any fear, then they will have a chance. Yeah, but what I really hope is that I hope that the newly promoted sides give a lot of fight. I really do. Like, I remember my first season when I covered Championship football was the 1920 season, where we had Charlton, Luton, Barnsley. Barnsley staying up on the final day with a win against Brentford. Reece Jacobson off the post, and he gets the rebound. I tell you what, Preston fans, Ben, like anyone who's Preston related, they'll love this, because Reece does really well here. He wins the ball. I think, is it Naby Sarr? Who is it? Yeah, it's Naby Sarr who wins the ball off. Unlucky to get the shot off the post, and he does well to get the rebound in. This is the fight we need to see from Preston. I would go as far to say, I think Huddersfield, Preston, maybe not Forest. Forest, to be fair, have given fight. I think they've been quite unlucky. And Sheffield United have been the 3 teams for me who have been giving the less fight, which concerns me a bit. Is that your reaction looking at the Derby kit? Preston are rooting us, though. I know, they really are. I think, in a way, Preston may be the most, with their squad, might be the most experienced. But even with that, if you're low in confidence, it's not going to be good. I know it's only by a 1-goal deficit that they lost last time, but even then, they didn't create many chances. Until, right at the end, which I think was too little too late. They also lost to a Reading side, which, yes, they got their quality, but it's a very, very small squad, full of players missing. And any time you could beat Reading, now's the time, with their players injured and all of that. Nottingham have been playing decent. They've just come against good teams. Yeah, I could agree with that. So, wait, so who did they play? I can't actually remember who they played first. So, obviously, yeah, Bournemouth, of course, a good side. And they did fight back well. They got their equaliser. Probably should have done a little bit better. But, it is football. And they probably should have taken more of their chances. I literally forgotten who they got. Oh, no, Coventry. Well, I think they should have done better against Coventry. Coventry are a good footballing side, but a side that don't really take their chances for me. So I think that one, I think not Forest played better against Bournemouth and still lost, which I think will be frustrating for them. But I think they should have done better against Coventry, basically. I think Forest will be fine. Just give it a couple of games and they'll eventually start getting consistency. Right, next is I can't alphabet right now. I think, if I'm right, it's Millwall and recently relegated Fulham, London derby. Let's go for the white kit there. Yeah, thank you for telling me. Right, yeah, let's do this. Ooh, blimey. The watch along was fun. It wasn't really well attended compared to the last one. I think a lot of people just wanted to see what I was about. Opening day of the season, etc. But even with that, it was such a dramatic game to watch. It really, really was. Watching the predictions, matching, what was going on with that, the elation and then the devastation that Kiefer Moore gave me when he scored for Cardiff because it meant my prediction for Blackpool Cardiff was wrong. The same went for Scott McKenna when he equalised because I predicted Bournemouth to have a clean sheet, but to be fair, I think McKenna deserved it. But then the elation of Ben Brereton Diaz equalising against Millwall and waiting very patiently for that game to end as well, since they were delayed off traffic as well. Wow. Yeah, it was a fun stream overall. Mr. Football, welcome to the stream. I'm good. I hope you're doing fine as well. I know you might not be feeling too good about your club right now, but hopefully, fingers crossed for your sake, that they'll pick up a good result against Preston. Even though we lost to Fulham, was so great to be back home with everyone. There were pitch invasions. Oh, man. Well, in a way, the biggest part of the day is for you having fun. And we just had Matt SB on the stream. And in a way, he didn't enjoy Barnsley at all. And I just said, I think when you lose an away day, it's so much more painful for so many people. Because you've not only got the defeat to choke up, you've got the journey back as well. And that's why I feel a little bit bad for Ben as well. Because Reading and Preston are literally right opposites. Well, no, they're not really. I would say Chelmsford and Preston are more polar opposites in terms of the UK. But Reading would definitely be probably just slightly north of where I live. So, yeah. He had like a good 3-4 hour drive, I would say, getting from there to Reading. So I think that's the toughest thing for fans. So I just saw something in the news there. What do you make of the news, me collaborating with Benjamin Bloom? Well done for reaching out and, being brave as well. And, Benjamin Bloom offers his time for anyone. I mean, for the bat he took me on, with someone who had less than 500 subscribers at the time, I got to give him a big shout out for that. But I actually think I had under 300 at the time as well, but he still took me on. But it was a really good chat. Unfortunately, we couldn't really chat too much. Of course, I edited it, so you wouldn't have seen. But he had to take some calls about some tax stuff, financing stuff that you have to deal with, when you're a little bit older, of course. And of course, he had dinner as well. And we did record this quite at a late time as well. But take every opportunity just to mention, people who have inspired you. Mention other creators. Mention, your love for Forest, your love of his channel. Just do literally drive the interview yourself, and don't be afraid. With his big presence, he will allow you to, control the whole thing. So that's all. I'll say my piece on that. Oh gosh, my phone's low on battery. That's not great. I'll go to Peterborough versus Cardiff match on Tuesday, hoping for the best. Yeah, I hope for a really good game. I really do. You're missing 3 games when you go away next week for a week. Really? Why is that? Is that from a job or is that other things as well? You're heading down to Sheffield United next week. Hopefully we get something. But a great atmosphere is guaranteed. Yeah, that's one thing. Bramall Lane would always promise a great atmosphere, but I think the club are not really delivering with that fan base at the moment. It's just, I think at the moment that just not only the fans, but the players, the board, just everyone's so dejected from having such a high in the Premier League to such a really bad low. And I think that is going to be really tough for them. And I think it's something I should have anticipated, because I think this happened exactly with Huddersfield. They had such a high staying up and, finishing, not even in 17th, they finished 16th place as well. But then to go such a low and finish 20th, second season syndrome teams, I actually think really fare worse. When teams get relegated straight away, i.e. the Fulhams and the Norwiches and all of that, which I was talking about right in the beginning of my stream, they tend to recover really, really quickly. Right. Sheffield United still playing Billy Sharp. Yeah, I know he's reliable, but I think they need to still utilise Brewster. I still see Brewster being someone who can be good in that system. I just think it's really going to take them time to adapt. It is really going to be difficult for them. It's a new manager. It's completely different from Wildable. QPR forever. What do you reckon Borough and Queens Park Rangers would be? That is a really tough game to predict, because both teams, I think, can definitely get a good result. I believe the last time QPR faced Middlesbrough in the Riverside, I think it was 2-1, I believe. And I think I remember Senny Dieng getting sent off and Joe Lumley pulled an outstanding goalkeeping performance. And then, of course, how things have changed. Middlesbrough now get Joe Lumley from Queens Park Rangers, so he'll be returning to his former club. As a score, maybe a draw, but oh god, that might be the toughest game, because both sides have impressed me in their start of the season. Yes, unfortunately, I did hear what Leeds were chanting. I don't agree with it, and especially the response they got as well. I don't really glorify all of that, but it's a rivalry, and I get that, but put rivalry aside, saying stuff like that, it's just not going to be helpful. And it could have been beard up. You don't know, but at the same time, it is only dawned on me that two of them now, are in Manchester United, and they could be really heavily targeted from that. So I don't agree with the chant, but maybe they got what they deserved in the end, and got a right thrashing from United. Blades are falling apart again. Right now, it's another team who I think I was saying about this, comparing Swansea to Sheffield United. They are so similar, both with a new manager, both with a new system, both needing time to adapt, and both having trouble scoring goals. And I think it will eventually click. It just is a matter of how quickly they can eventually click. If it still goes into halfway in the season and they've not got it consistently, then it will be a rough season. When they get that consistency and they click, then Sheffield United, I think, could definitely rally in a positive way. But consistently underperforming, consistently just not offering enough to the crowd is only going to have one thing, and that's likely going to be, players leaving, and then Jokanovic potentially getting sacked, which I don't think, is the right solution now. After 2 games, of course, we've only had 2 games of the season. I saw a video of a Leeds fan smashing a bin over the Man U outside a cafe in Manchester about 10 a.m. yesterday. Yeah, I know it's a really big rivalry, but they do take it very seriously. I'll give them that. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed to the channel. I truly appreciate that. We're on 738 now, so we're 2 likes away also from 15 likes. If we can hit that like button, that will be very appreciative. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, if you're new around here, or just not hit that red subscribe button, please do so. We're 12 away from 750, which will be 3/4 mark of the 1,000 subscriber special. And if you've heard the amount of things I'm promising for 1,000 subs, you probably would be a bit excited for me to reach that landmark. So, I've got a whole list of things I've got prepared. So, one of the things I promised would be to release the full 90 minutes of me playing football. So yes, you'll see me play in a proper 6-a-side match. Another thing will be a Q&A special, which I've not really done as a video before. I've only really had questions answered from a live stream, and I think a video form would, would be something for all of us to cherish as well, to look back into as well. Right, let's actually, I need to look at what's the next match first. I think it may be Peterborough. I think it's Peterborough. It is Peterborough. They're next. Peterborough, and they, of course, have got Cardiff. Oh, big game. And I'm excited for this game. I really am. Oh, what kit should I do? Oh, God. I'm going to have to do this. Yeah. Nah, well... Owen, if I was a bit more shredded, I probably would do that. I won't lie, but... Yeah, I've kept myself very well behaved. That's all I'd say. So yeah, that's two things I've promised. Oh, a Premier League prediction league. So obviously I've got a Championship prediction league going on at the moment. People have been competing with their predictions for the last 2 weeks. 1,000 subs, and I release a Premier League version of that, so Premier League scores to predict. So there'll be 2 different leagues when we get there. And the final thing as well, which I think is probably potentially the most exciting one, is that I can then reply to a tweet I did back in 2019 to Mr. BENHD himself, and he can fulfill his promise that he will do a collaboration with yours truly. That's right, back in 2019 when I gained 200 subscribers, I was a cocky little sod and said, how about a collab for 1,000 subs? And Ben agreed. So, just like that, 1,000 subs and you will see that collaboration. I've done one with Benjamin Bloom, a bit of a podcastery one. I don't know what I'll do with Ben, yeah. If Preston get relegated, it could be something to do with that. But oh god, that'll be the worst timing if Preston get relegated and then it's due for a collab. It really would. But yeah, that is what I'm offering. That's 4 different things. Is that a penalty? It looks like, is it a free kick or a penalty? It looks like it's a free kick just outside the box. It's a free kick just outside the box for Cardiff. Was it a handball? I didn't think there was a foul. That must have been a handball. Right, here's Harry Wilson. Oh, that was close. Just sails over the bar. Reece Brown doesn't play for us anymore. Oh, does he? Oh, right. We need to see Let's Next is on the road series where every once in a while you do to a championship match. Yeah, honestly, I really wish I could. Likely, I probably wouldn't be able to. I just wouldn't be able to afford it, sadly. I just saw your comment, Charlie. Yeah, that's the only 6-pack I'm holding right here. If I actually ginned ball, I probably could actually go for it. But, yeah. That's all I can do. Reece Brown plays for Town. Yeah, he does, yeah. Like you record for video on your channel and he records a video for your channel. That's potentially what I could do with that. The thing is what I did with Benjamin Bloom. I think I was still so starstruck that he said yes, that I will do a collab with him. I just went, right, I'll just do a video. Oh my god, what a goal! What a brilliant goal. I think that's Jonson Clarke-Harris. And it is Jonson Clarke-Harris with his first goal of the season coming in off the post. What a brilliant goal. Taking it past the reach of Alex Smithies and goals as well. Right. Oh, what good play. Oh, brilliant stuff. Off the post and in. What a brilliant goal by Jonson Clarke-Harris. It's exactly the start that inning. When you look at it at that angle, you think it's going to miss. But the swerve and the curve just slightly to the left just takes it. It's a perfect goal. It's unstoppable. What a brilliant strike that is for Jonson Clarke-Harris. I'm probably going to try and do both, Owen. Because back when I did with Ben, I only just did a video on my channel. I wasn't really, thinking... I didn't really discuss with him thinking, is there a chance I could be on your channel? I maybe could ask him now and, see if I could do something in the future. But to be honest, It's got to be at a really, really good timing, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know. I think when the time is right, I'll potentially ask him for that. But yeah, eventually when that happens, you know, when I gain 1,000 subs, which, you know, you guys are ultimately going to be the ones who have the power for that, potentially it'll be one video on his channel and one video on mine. I mean, it might be difficult to do a video on his channel because Ben doesn't really do collabs, really, for one thing that we know. So it'll be a bit unusual. It might be something that could be a Patreon exclusive video, which might, you know, encourage more of you to sign up to his Patreon. Which I think a couple of my subscribers do sign to his Patreon actually, which I have noticed actually. So I was just adjusting my seat there. Thanks to the 11 of you watching, in fact 13 of you, I beg your pardon. We've gained 16 likes, thank you so much for that. Let's try for 20 likes now. That's going to be the next like target. If we can get to that, we'll be terrifically appreciative. We're still on 738 subscribers. As I just said, I've talked through all the rewards that we get if we get 1,000 subscribers. Is it lagging a bit? Hang on a minute. If it's lagging, I can try and fix that. Right, I think it may be, it's your internet. Alright, is it fine? Okay. Honestly, just right now, I've had so many technical issues in the past. So when I think it's like internet problems, I always think it's me. Honestly, I never get around to saying it's actually not my fault. Gosh. Yeah, Patreon, Discord, and hang on. What's the comment? You should say to BENHD, have a Patreon Discord and a YouTube channel Discord. I think the problem of him having a YouTube Discord, I just think it'd be way too overpopulated. I know big content creators do have a Discord, but I do understand why Ben has left that to be an exclusive. Because the thing is, and it's something that I think which could happen to me if, let's say, if I get a little bit more bigger than that. You know, oh my gosh, here's Josh Murphy here. Oh, he's wasted that opportunity there. Will Volks, Wilson, Kiefer Moore. Oh god, good defending there. I was going to say good defending, but it's an equaliser for Cardiff. I think it's Harry Wilson with the goal, who shouldn't be a Cardiff City player, but he has equalised to make it 1-1. It was good bit of play there, and I was going to say good defending to close down Kiefer Moore. But where's the marking on Harry Wilson there? Very disappointing from Thompson and Frankie Kent there. They need to close him down. 1-1 here. Yeah, they are last year's teams. Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, I hope FIFA... I wish FIFA 21 actually downloaded, like, the recent teams and that. But I guess, you know, if they did that, then there's no point in getting FIFA 22, isn't there? So... yeah, and honestly, I'm getting to the stage where I'm only down getting the newest FIFA just to actually do these videos. It costs a fortune as well, which could be something I could avoid, but now I've got to keep this going. Did you know that Jesus does some championship watch alongside for the championship? Oh, blimey, I did not know that. I know what you're on about. You've got a FIFA 22 demo with the updated squads. How did you get it? Because if I know how to get the demo, I don't know if you've got to do something or do like yeah, because yeah, the better. Yeah, I mean if there's a way of knowing how to do it, you know, please tell me how to do this because it will be very helpful. Because in a way, it might save me from having to pay money for the game. I mean, you might have to pay to get the better, but I don't know. What did you think about Jake Clark-Salter going to Coventry? Sorry, I only just saw that now, Jack. I think a good signing. He's got some championship experience. He's had previous spells. Obviously, I think with Birmingham, he was someone who previously was a Birmingham player. Oh, he's had other spells in the championship as well, but I'm not going to remember off the top of my mind. He'll be a good filler player for Coventry, but I personally don't think their defence is much of an issue now. I really think it's more or less down to their attack. I would really say if they get a striker in who can score goals in the championship, I think Coventry have got a pretty close to complete squad. Gosh, so Smodics, yeah, Smodics with that miss there. Smodics, unfortunately, couldn't actually make the... Oh, through ball, Clark Harris! Oh, he's offside anyway. Oh, I thought it was the miss of the game. What a really tight call that is. Championship HQ, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you again. Thoughts on Joe Piro? I can't really judge him too much. You know, he was featured in the Carabao Cup win for against Reading, and then obviously featured as a substitute against Sheffield United. Didn't really feature, didn't really create anything that was going to suggest to me he's going to be a striker. You know, he's a striker which I foreseed, but he's not going to hit the ground running yet. But give him time, and I think he's a good signing in terms of the system Russell Martin plays. But it's just going to give him time just to adapt. You know, he's never played in England, and to have your first league being in the Championship, it's going to be very daunting. You know, he's only played youth football in Netherlands. So it's a really big step up for him, and a step up in expectations as well. So hopefully he can live up to that. Here's Harry Wilson. Oh, just wide of the post. Peterborough survive a late scare from Harry Wilson. Now he's been their best player. Ironically, no longer a Cardiff player, 85th minute. Yeah, I mean, I knew who Russell Martin was and was about, after hearing what he did with MK Dons. When I saw the managerial, when I saw the manager's linked with the Swansea job, he would have been one that would have been a risk, but one I would have been really excited to see in the Championship. So I'm glad that Swansea have gone for him. It's just really, at the moment, the thing is, it's just I would not have seen him like a club like Swansea. Because Swansea are such a big club, especially in that Championship level. Can we take Alonso Firpo? Looked a bit shaky. I'd rather keep it right now. I really, really want to. I really want to keep Alonso right now. He's going to be quite important for Chelsea, it looks like, in this season at the moment. Right, hang on a minute. Just got to do this game. Alright, so 1-1. What a result that will be for Peterborough if they hold this out. Next, we have got, I think, the final game of Tuesday, which I believe is Reading. No, in fact, no, the penultimate one. Reading, Bristol City. That's the penultimate game. And in this FIFA, version of FIFA, it will be an all-championship game. Reading, Bristol City. There you go. Both sides, which I do think have their problems, but have their strengths as well. Can I just say, Andy King has really done better than has done so much better than I thought. Andy King has really surprised me at the moment. He really has stepped up. He was so poor for Huddersfield, and I couldn't even repeat how poor he was for Huddersfield. And he's really stepped up, showing glimpses for what an important role he was when he was back at Leicester. Funny enough, working under Nigel Pearson. Maybe it is that sort of combination of manager and player getting the best out of them. So that's the big positive with Bristol City, but their defence leaves a couple of question marks. You don't think Bristol City are surviving this season? They are a team I'm predicted to go down with Huddersfield and Derby. That's a big call. So none of the recently promoted sides going down, according to your opinion. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't say the recently promoted sides are actually the three worst performing Championship sides at the moment. I would agree on that. Yeah, Matt Golden, I just looked at that comment, SB Jazz. Yeah, Matt Golden was so good in League One especially, but he was injured. I think he had a foot injury a lot of last year, and he just really couldn't really get back into that fitness. Finney Easton, I think you did do well in your predictions. You made a couple of places, with your first game week of predictions. I'm just making sure. Pierre Gasly, any AlphaTurvy Formula 1 driver, was at the PSG game and had a photo with Mbappe. Yeah, I just saw that tweet. And Josh Laurent, the player who has been heavily linked with a move away, has scored the first goal. That's a big goal for Reading. Reading, at the moment, they'll take every single point they can get. So close. Every single goal they will get right now, they'll take. Oh, yeah. Nothing that Bentley could do. It's a brilliant goal. It is a fantastic goal by Josh Laurent. And that is 1-0. Did he start? Yeah, he did start against Preston, didn't he? I vaguely remember him starting alongside with Swift, Aziz, Rina Motta, and of course Lucas Jal up front as well. I'm going to say Derby will go down because they're financial, and then Huddersfield and Hull. Yeah, that could be a couple of good predictions. There's Simon Ford. Welcome to the stream. I think if you are a new viewer, everyone do make sure you give Simon a warm welcome to the stream. We always make sure we welcome our new viewers very, very well there. My playing gaffer to watch is Cornick for Luton. Yeah, Harry Cornick, man. He's really done well at the moment. And I tell you what, I've done really well. I don't want to be someone that blows my own trumpet, but I've done so well. Not only in the gaffer fantasy, but also, weirdly enough, the Premier League one as well. It's very likely that I do well in one league, but then not so well in the other. But to do well in both is so unusual. And maybe me doing more videos based on fantasy stuff is actually really going to help. Oh my gosh, right, hang on, I'm just reading something. Alright, that's... Thank you so much, man. I truly appreciate that. Oh, you subbed with me for months. Oh, right. That's not a problem, but thank you anyway for turning up for the support. Here's Jeju, and it's an equalising goal for Bristol City. They don't have Jeju, of course, anymore in the club. He's moved away to, I believe, Turkey. Yeah, I talked about it in my transfer show. God, that's just another one with a bit of a waste of a talent alongside with Pereira. I mean, more so, well, less so than Pereira. Pereira literally has thrown his career down the drain for the aid of money. It really has been a shame. Blackpool went on a very good run at the end of the League One last season. Hull pretty much still have the same charges squad from last season, and Posh are my team. Yeah, Blackpool, I'm still a little bit undecided because I don't really have too much confidence of them going forward. It's going to be their defence that will be their strongest asset, but I think the experienced teams are going to be the ones that's going to be, it's going to be difficult. I want to know if there are the other 700 are your subs. Yeah, well, fair play, man. Thank you so much for that. Because most of the time I don't know most of you who subscribe to me because a lot of you have got your subscriptions on private, which is perfectly fine. You are entitled to do exactly what you want. But when your subscriptions are not on private, I do take the time just to give you my thanks because I am spending time out of my day, to do these streams for you guys, and what I'm likely going to do, I'm going to spend less time streaming this year, simply because I am a university student in my third year. Definitely need to do some revision on my third year, of course. But whilst that's out the way and I get my future sorted, who knows what this channel could be at. My channel could still be stinky below 1,000, or it could be 1,000 and quite a fair bit. After that, here's Lucas Jal to Elise. Oh, good defending. It's going to be a very unpredictable year, I think, not only for me, my university, not only for football, but also for my channel as well. SB Jazz is going for his second year photography. I'll tell you what, a lot of people do photography nowadays. Is that in university or is that more or less in a college? You've been subbed to you for ages. It started when you did the Preston career mode. Oh my gosh, literally the smallest, the shortest lasting series has got you to subscribe. That's quite amazing. Yeah, what university, by the way? I'm intrigued because I know a handful of people do photography. In fact, quite a fair handful of my school did photography. One of my closest mates is doing what do you call it? He's doing just like a video course of whatever, movie directing, acting stuff. Oh, Southampton! You know what? Oh, catch that. Well, Solent Uni. Oh, so in Southampton. Okay, so it's you go to Solent. Yeah, I was gonna say because one of my mates goes to Southampton Uni doing physics. Yeah, physics. Facilities in Solent are impressive. Yeah. I go to Anglia Ruskin, which is basically my local university in Chelmsford. And story about this, a lot of you may not know about my story going to that uni. Yeah, that's my watch telling me. That's literally what I wanted to say to it. Yeah, I don't think any of you know how I got to my uni, but right now, I was a kid that just didn't make any decisions for himself in his life, didn't think about his future enough, didn't flunk his exams though. I always valued the importance of exams, but never valued planning ahead. And what I envisioned was to do an apprenticeship in accounting, which is what I'm doing now in university, which is my course, accounting and finance. And yes, that's I had that planned. Many interviews. I couldn't even tell you the amount of interviews I've had in my final year. In school. Oh, good save. It was at least five, maybe six interviews with different companies looking to employ people my age, and all six of them have turned me down. And some have taken months after the the vacancy, to tell me that I'm not on the job. And a lot of that was just down to a lot of it was just down to a really big part of miscommunication, but also my fault too. And it's I feel a little bit sad that I have to admit that, but it is my fault as well, because part of it would be me, fearing, what I'm doing in the future, me just staying in second gear, not really want to think about that. But one thing I'm really going to change in my attitude this year, I'm really going to just stick to one thing I want to do next year and really stick to it. It might mean my YouTube might have to be sacrificed a little bit. I don't want to try and get rid of it all entirely. It's just really, because one thing I do regret, I really do wish I was, in a better uni than what I was. Ruskin does the job. It has facilities. It has teachers. And in any way, a first class degree at uni, well, a first class degree at, a non-Russell would almost be as good as getting a first class degree at a Russell uni. Did I have the mental capacity of a Russell uni? I could have, but unfortunately couldn't really get that sorted. And it brings a lesson for people who are still in school. And unfortunately, in fact, actually, what I will say, I think most of you are still in school. I think a good half of you are not, half of you are still in school. Make sure you make your decision for uni and apprenticeship quick, really quick. If anything, think about it immediately after your GCSEs. Do it, because it really is going to help you. And not only with that, you'll get your expectations, you know what you need to do with your A levels, and you need to you just really, you need it. You need to know what you're doing in your life, and what a goal that is. God, who scored it? It was Casey Palmer. I was going to say, that is a goal. What a beautiful goal by Casey Palmer. If you're an OG fan, you'll know what I'm quoting. Wow, what a goal. In fact, I think I'm wearing the same shirt when I said that exact quote as well. God, let's see that again. It's not quite in the same distance, but it's a brilliant strike. What a goal. Yeah, brilliant goal. Right, I need to look at comments because I've waffled on a little bit. I do apologise on that. Good luck to the boys, Alex, Jack, and Big Man Carl. Yeah, it's going to be a big year for us. Us three will be working together like musketeers trying to get to our degree. I would say I'm the second best performing out of those three. I won't say who's doing the best and who's doing the worst, because I think it'll be unfair on the one who's doing the worst. Who's getting relegated from the Championship? If I had to put money on it, Derby, maybe Huddersfield, and God, if Preston don't beat Huddersfield or Peterborough, maybe them. Because right now, I don't see too much hope of their performances. Right, God, right, that's the end of that game. 2-1 Bristol City, and we've only got one more game on Tuesday, which I believe is... I can't remember, because my brain's not budging. Swansea are involved. Yes, Swansea-Stoke. Oh, God, is that going to be a 0-0 Swansea-Stoke? I hope not. Well, the thing is, it's difficult to say you're bottom three now, because you've only had 2 games, really. So, I may have said Preston. They are the sort of club that will go on a miracle run of form as well. Even Derby and Preston could still get automatically promoted. Because technically, Derby are only 3 points from the top. Preston are only 4 points from the top. Anything can happen. You only need a change of run and momentum. Well, just a change of run and form and momentum, and then immediately your season can be fixed. Preston, if they win both of those games, against Peterborough and can't get it into my head right now, Huddersfield, then they'll be close to top 6. So those games could save their season. You know, I'm not trying to say these conclusions now, but you can only base it on performances now, and that's why I'm saying it. Last year I lived 5 minutes away from St Mary's Stadium. Oh man, I mean that was one thing as well. You know, when you live away and you live close to a stadium, I mean, surely they would have university discounts and stuff like that. I hope they do. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to see, you know, Premier League football, that's always a positive. You think Preston will manage? I think we'll start doing well after Huddersfield. Okay. I'm going to my second year of college soon, and I can't be asked to do it. Honestly, Jack, you really need... For what I'm going to say, and I'm not going to get passionate about this, but I can't even tell you enough how important it is with your education. Oh, is a chance maybe? Oh, what a brilliant block by Mark Guay, who of course is no longer a Swansea player. Wow, what a brilliant block. But yeah, I can't tell you how important enough. You know, whilst you may hate every minute of it, it is going to help you. You know, what you need is a strong maths and English qualification. Have those. And then what you do now is literally going to shape your career. You know, any sort of qualification you do, any sort of work experience, all of that will shape your future career. And you don't want to run out, you know, of, you know, you chasing what you want to do. If you have your life sorted already, you can eventually relax and, you know, sit back, have fun, party even. But you don't want to stick around scaraging, trying to get money or chasing something to do permanently. It really is. I can't even value how important that is. That's all I will say on that. But obviously, right now, I'm not going to, you know, be the one that's going to be in charge of your career. You know, you are on your own right to do what you want to do. What's my dream job? Oh my gosh, that's an impossible question for me to answer. Hmm. That is a really difficult question because I've got two things in mind. A musician would be one, so performing, doing all of that, but also to be involved in football. You know, to be involved in the thick of it, really. You know, not necessarily management team. You know, let's say the finance for what I'm doing in my university does well. Just to actually be an accountant, you know, to actually manage a club would actually be incredible. It would be. You know, that would be a big, big amount of ambition. Let's say I went to my local team right now, become their new accountant, and sort out a way that they can save their money, get some ambition into that club, and they rise up the leagues. Just imagine that. That would be, honestly, that would be my peak if I were to actually be able to do that, to change the fortunes of a football club, but to also do what I've been studying all this time as well. Oh, what a howler! What a howler by Davies, and it's a goal for Swansea. We've had a couple of howlers in this FIFA stream, but this one's up there. Wow. That's quite unbelievable. I believe it's Fulton who scored it. God, look at this. So, it was, are you there? Pass back. Are you does well to win it back? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not great, isn't it? Jay Fulton with the goal. So I've got my year 2 maths from primary. Can you teach me? I'll pay you an hour in post. Oh, mate. I don't know where you got that announcement from, Owen, but it's funny. I can only guess it's someone from either Scotland or I don't even know. I don't even want to guess where it's from. It sounds like Roy Keane would write this one. You passed my English, but maths I don't know. Oh, so you don't know about your maths yet? Honestly, man, just if you get both, that's the stepping stone. You know, as long as you get that, it really shapes your life. Oh, what a beautiful equalising goal by Nick Powell just before half time. Wow, last kick of the half. That was very, very clutch. I mean, Woodman does get beaten right there, but right now, oh gosh, I mean, he had a bit of a field day against West Ham, didn't he? I do like Haribo's. Of course I do. I can imagine me being in Take That. What member of Take That can you see me being? I have a good idea of what people, what member people will compare me to. I mean, that's if people know Take That. I think really what I think is a little bit sad nowadays is that I think a lot of people, especially young listeners, would have no idea who Take That are. When I was growing up, Take That were all over the charts. Forson Brereton, says Joe Very. Brilliant player, and I actually think he could have his breakout year. And I think being in the Chile squad has really given him that sense of belief and confidence. And by the way, Joe, if you are a new viewer, everyone do give Joe a warm welcome. We always make sure we welcome our new viewers to the stream. Hang on a minute. There's a couple of things that Scarlord said. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Scarlord. I think so, but I don't know too much about it. I really do want to know more about it. People killed in, disrespectful. Oh god, that's not great. There's so much trouble with the media nowadays. It really is. I don't want to get political. I don't want to get involved in that. But really, I really hope the people that drove him to do this really have a good look at themselves. That's literally all I can have my input on it. I wasn't expected to be called Gary Barlow, but I'll take it because I would say he's the most talented member of Take That. Yeah, honestly, their music was everywhere, but not even. God, I used to remember that album because they had Beautiful World, I think. They had Circus, which was the album with the title, but I think that had Rule the World on it. And then Progress was the last album that I really liked. I gotta be honest. Their newer stuff, it would sound nice. That old retro sound was still nice. Like a couple of their songs, recent stuff, but it's not the same as their older stuff. But I think Progress was the last album I used to remember playing Progress a lot when before I went to school. Yeah, Take That were a real band that both of my parents actually liked, so it was impossible for me not to hear them. But yeah, you're taking me through a nostalgia trip right now. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed to the channel, I do appreciate that, 739. And I'm already seeing people telling me to sing. You know what, 750 subs I'll sing a song on this stream, and I'll be absolutely horrendous. But I don't want... But the only reason I'm saying that is that I know it won't happen anyway. Have I done the Blackburn prediction yet? I gotta be honest, I completely don't know. No, I've not. I have not, because they're playing on Wednesday. We're going through all of Tuesday's games first. This is the final Tuesday game to go over. And then afterwards, we're going to go through all of Wednesday's games. They've got Forest, I believe, Blackburn. So it will be an interesting game, I think. Forest, who I think have been a bit unlucky to be on 0 points at the moment. Blackburn not necessarily performing well with too many chances. Actually had so many chances against Swansea, but barely had any against Millwall. But they're still getting results, which I think is important. And Blackburn tend to start well in the season as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a close game. Chelsea HQ says, I live 40 miles from Swansea. When I hopefully get into the uni, I'll also get my coaching badges while I'm there, and if I'm lucky, become a manager. Is that what you're doing in uni? Championship HQ? Is your dream to try and, be a sports coach and stuff? Because it's a tough job to be a really, up there sports coach. Especially for what I've noticed, a lot of people do sports. Like, I'll tell you a story now. I was going to say, I've not spoken to this guy for years, but I literally saw him last week at a club. So, one guy who I was... Oh, Jamalo! Fulton! Oh, he's missed! How has he missed? He should have scored his second goal. Yeah, one mate who I was really close to, not as close to now, unfortunately, and I won't explain why, but he went through a stage where... I just knew that just from him, he just didn't want to go to university and stuff like that. He was not designed to be someone who was an active learner. Had good GCSEs, but just never cracked it down with the A levels. Good save and an equalising goal. What on earth happened there? That was a bit of a lag spike there. And it's offside, and I just noticed it's the 90th minute. Oh, God, Stoker disallowed. Oh, my gosh. Oh, well, it's way offside. I was going to say it's a close call, but it was way offside. Stephen Fletcher denied a last-minute goal. God, with the amount of stories I've been telling you, I've been so backtracked so much. Alice, if Streams gets 29 for 2 to sing Blinding Nights, I'll say 30. I'm going to push it to 30, and that'll be going once, going twice. But no, 750 subs, I'll do Take That or Robbie Williams, like whatever you want me to sing at this time. I'll probably sing my favourite Progress song, actually, maybe. Which I've got a couple, actually, so I'll have a good amount of choice. I know Goldbridge likes to get on in the good old Take That. I think he's a fan of Take That as well. Right, what's next? What have we got now? We've got Birmingham and Bournemouth next. So now we're starting the Wednesday games. Oh, no, not Blackburn. No, come on. Where's Bournemouth? Oh, they're going to be there, aren't they? There we go. Birmingham against Bournemouth in their red kit here. And I'm going to talk through the order now. So after that, it will be Hull and Derby. Then it'll be Middlesbrough QPR. The penultimate game will be Forest and Blackburn. And then it'll be West Brom and Sheffield United to last. Oasis is clear. Yeah, I do like Oasis. What's the story? Morning Glory. I think that's got to be the album everyone talks about with Oasis. You know, peak 90s. You know, that was. And yeah, that'll be a favourite album of mine as well. My dad, big fan of Oasis as well. So it's impossible for me not to hear about them. I actually don't know his favourite one. I know he likes Cigarettes and Alcohol, which is one that, you know, is a bit split on the fan base. But yeah, I think purist rock or grunge lovers will love that one. I tend to go for the ones with a little bit of a melody. Yeah, and the Monkeys, you know, yeah, they do you proud. Arctic Monkeys. Yeah, sometimes I get the Monkeys and Arctic Monkeys confused, but yeah, Arctic Monkeys, you know, they've done well, to be fair. I've not been a big fan of them, but they have done really well in the music scene for so long as well. They've been performing for decades, I would say. But the Monkeys, yeah, taking it all the way back. I think, there's a couple of them. Daydream Believer is one of my favourites for them. We're looking at very early 60s for that one as well. Man. God, when music used to be so good, I would say. No, any of the dross we hear on the radio nowadays. Honeygun, Minders tagging me along next time. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Birmingham have taken the lead. Man, I almost missed it. It's a brilliant strike. Is that Jukovic? It is Jukovic as well. What a goal! That is a brilliant goal by Lukas Jukovic. Well, we tend to see him score headers, but wow. Is that on his right foot? No, it's on his left. His strong foot, of course. What a strike. What a goal. Beatles and Queen are clear of Oasis, says Charlie. I like all three of them. I don't like to have favourites. God. The worst thing people can ask me to do is to put albums of really big artists in a tier list. I would literally struggle. I couldn't do it. I would literally be betraying so many people. It would literally be way too opinionated of a subject for me to do a tier list on, if that makes sense. So, God, that'll be tough. But one question, actually. Oh, Sanchez is 2! Oh my gosh, it's 2! Jack, your 3-0 prediction might be on here because it is 2-0 to Birmingham. What a quick fire couple of goals this is. Hattrick Henry, welcome to the stream. Whoa, goal by Ivan Sanchez. You reckon Castillo should play left wing back, not Bella, and then have Bella and Sanchez or Chong higher up? Yeah, Sanchez, you've got to have him up the wing. Bella is also good as well in that area. Chong, I think for me, is not one who attacks, but one really does Sunjic's role very, very well, I think. I think he's one who needs to stay a little bit deep, but really good at intercepting the play, really roughhousing the opposition. What I was going to ask was, what what I was going to ask is, like, what's your favourite Beatles album? Because I think the Beatles have definitely been, in their time, were definitely the ones who really, really, got, some really big hits, for quite as long as they could have done. I've actually predicted us to lose 3-0. I hope you're proven wrong on Wednesday. Right, this is some game because Bournemouth have now gone back into this. So this game is definitely not going to end 3-0 now. Solanke ending the clean sheet worries. Wow. Championship HQ says Prime Oasis greater than Prime Beatles. Oh, that's a talking point right there. Oh man, I couldn't. I literally couldn't do this because I would think one thing one day and then I'd think differently the next day, if that makes sense. But if any of you know any Beatles albums, let me know what's your favorite, because for me, I'm stuck with two. And they actually were back to back in terms of the order of running, Revolver and Sergeant Pepper. The reason, I think Sergeant Pepper overall just had the most hits in general. But Revolver hits close to me because I studied it for A-level. And I had to listen to the whole album. And they've got some really good stuff there. Unpopular opinion from Sonny says Oasis are massively overrated. Well, you definitely aren't going to be in Welcome in Manchester, that's all I'd say. But I think another battle or another debate is Oasis versus Blur. And it's something that's actually within my family. My dad's side are all heavy Oasis fans. Don't Look Back in Anger, Story, Morning Glory and all of that. But my mum's side are into Blur. So yeah, Song 2, Girls and Boys. I'm sure there's other Blur songs as well. To be fair, I'm not too clued up on Blur as I am with Oasis, because I do think Oasis had a little bit more chart success than what Blur did. But Blur, when they did go out, they were really good. And they did disrupt Oasis' success as well, which is why there was this big rivalry there. But it's a subject people get so touchy on, and it's like no one can accept that people just can have an opinion. Alexis can wait. 1K won't be too late as BENHD's walking on by. Well, what do you mean that he's walking on by? I don't know what you're on about. He did not just say that. What did I just say that was controversial? Did I say something that was controversial? Are you saying that Blur weren't a good band? To be honest, it's just like Blur did have their big time in the charts. And there was a really, really big rivalry there with fans. Stop Crying Your Heart Out was to be fair, yeah, that's another great song as well. I didn't reference it, but yeah, that's a brilliant song. Stop Crying Your Heart Out. Love it. Oh no, I just saw what you meant, Charlie. Oh, I can't believe I didn't get that. No, my god. Just ignore everything I said about that comment last time. I only just got it now. Oh dear, my brain's getting fried. But yeah, going back to my Beatles debate, I think if I had to go for my head, it may be Sgt. Pepper. And it'll be the popular choice as well. I think, in general, most people are going to love Sgt. Pepper. They've got... I should probably think about their songs. They've got... I think Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is a big one. Definitely have got that in their album. Oh, Sanchez! And he's made it 3-1 to Birmingham. Tell you what, this music talk is giving Birmingham a really clear lead against Bournemouth. I did not expect this result from FIFA at all. It's very rare you see a team score 3 goals on FIFA, but we have done. Look, what a goal by Sanchez. Yeah. I think just overall, opinions dominate, literally the driving success of musicians. The first real rivalry we had when we had the Beatles emerging, it was them versus the Beach Boys, wasn't it? Beach Boys was like the American, had the American superiority. But the Beatles were just so huge that even the Beatles started overtaking the Beach Boys in America. So Beach Boys had to up their game and try and get global. And I think that was what inspired American acts to get more popular in the UK, and then we had more British acts going into America, of course. You like Royal Blood? I mean, I don't listen to their stuff, but I know a couple of people that do like it. Jack just said, wish your stadium was not falling apart, otherwise we'll definitely get behind the boys in the ground. Yeah, that's a really bad situation what's going on. You need to update me what's going on with that. I think they can only squeeze, I think, less than 100 away fans, I think. It's not great, isn't it? That they're doing all this refurbishment now. No matter what you say, George Michael's one of Britain's best. I would say definitely one of the best vocals. You would see. I think a lot of people actually didn't give time for him, and it's a real shame because I think it was a really. I think nowadays it's good that we've moved on from all of that, but I think it was generally a very. I'm not gonna drop the H word in there, but I think his sexuality definitely was something that helped him with a certain set of fans, but it really, I think, gave him so much unnecessary criticism as well. It really was. And the thing is about him, he always fought from it as well. And that's why he had just so many good songs. He really did. He was really a true inspiration to everything we know about Britain today. But even he, charted in America as well. Elton John, another British act, charting in America. Here's Scott Hogan. Can he make it all the way? Oh, it's a good tackle. Most of the 80s artists were dragged up by the 2000s, which is sad. I just think the transition from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, just what we saw was a time that 80s tried to make a comeback. I think Madonna would be a good example of that, who tried to, make a comeback with some 2000s hits, but it just wasn't anywhere near the same groove and vibe that they got in the 80s. 2000s was just so, it was a different movement. I couldn't even emphasize a big of a change between 90s and 2000s. But even 80s to 90s was so fundamentally huge as well. Hull and Derby's next, by the way. I've only just noticed I've got to do the next game. So Hull here, and here are Derby. There we go. So what a win for Birmingham. 3-1 against Bournemouth according to FIFA. Ollie Carls, welcome to the stream. Thoughts on the Brentford-Arsenal game? Oh, good point. I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole game. And whilst Brentford, I think, at times struggled to get going at the start, they really built their confidence in pressing Arsenal. And I think it more or less shown how far Arsenal have fallen more than anything. The fact that Arsenal did have spells, only 3 players for them looked dangerous going forward. For Brentford, they looked organised, they had a clear game plan, they ran the clock down, they were defensive. And on the counter-attack, they were absolutely deadly. And they really deserved it, which I think is key as well. Defending was something to be left desired about with Arsenal, of course, but Brentford to keep a clean sheet against a so-called Big Six side, and especially in your Premier League debut, signs are great. When you compare that with the other 2 going up, Watford, who conceded 2 against Villa, and Norwich, who conceded 3 against Liverpool, it brings a really good sign, and maybe Brentford could be a team who really could attack this league. It's only one game, and I think there will be some tougher teams than Arsenal that they'll have to face soon. But the positivity and the good signs are there. They just need to maintain this confidence and this belief. Thanks to whoever's just subscribed to the channel. We're 739 subscribers now. So we're 1 away. Oh my god, what a save. That is a brilliant save. Oh my gosh, let's see this again. Because Tom Lawrence there. Oh, that is a really good save. Is that Ingram in goal? I don't even know if it is. Because if this is last year, they could still have George Long in goal. It's well defended. It's another corner. You've got 4 words for you in the 2000s music scene, Cry Me a River. Yeah, I think that was a really big... I think just the difference and just the trend as well of stars, you know, getting into the 2000s as well, you know, like TV stars as well. I think Britney Spears kind of started that sort of thing as well, you know, with her, you know, being a popular music personality to get into this music. Like, this strand of hair is so annoying. And yeah, JT, you know, really ups, you know, just the creativity, I think. Ruby by the Kaiser Chiefs is a very catchy song. Maybe that's my Leeds bias though. But no, oh, what a save again! That is a terrific save, an even more difficult save. Roberts, and it's in. It's a goal. Oh my gosh, it was a brilliant save. Josh Knight was denied, but Connor Roberts scores, who's of course no longer is a Derby player. I was going to say which Roberts is it, but then I remembered it was Patrick Roberts. My mistake. Yeah, Patrick Roberts. That's what I meant to say. Oh, that's such a big disappointment because the goalkeeper's done so well to keep Jason Knight out. But Patrick Roberts with the goal, 25 minutes in. At least Watford won, yeah, that's a good positive for Watford. I meant Patrick Roberts. I corrected myself, Charlie. But no, Kaiser Chiefs is another one that I think was really underrated. Big in the UK, of course, you know, it was just one of the ones that didn't hit America, but really underrated. But I think a lot of people would say, they had two big songs, didn't they? They had I Predicted Right and Ruby as their two biggest songs. But I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more songs as well. If an Oasis album was released today, it would be one of the most popular in history. I think the thing is, I think the 90s and their fan base are so, you know, pro Oasis that it would be one of the most popular released today. I think what drives a good amount of success for a band is the fan base. And I know it might sound sad, but I think the fan base really does drive itself up. I mean, let's look at The Weeknd or, you know, the popular artists today, like The Weeknd, Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande. If their fans weren't as passionate and as you know, stands as much as they were, I don't think they would have got anywhere near the success of what they would have had, you know. And I think even the same with YouTubers as well, which is weird enough. I think it's just a society thing in general. The more power you have, you know, like the more fans, the more voices, the more opinions, the more, you know, keyboards you have. Unfortunately, the more powerful you get, and it may be unfair for someone, you know, you could look at like myself, who is trying to compete with someone like BENHD or Benjamin Bloom, who definitely have got a much stronger, passionate, and powerful audience. But that, in a way, you know, is part of, you know, trying to work in an industry, or an entertainment industry as well. It is so competitive. This whole thing, Shinny right there. Oh, I don't think he's going to score. Brilliant tackle. But yeah, it's an interesting route of conversation, I would say. The brothers virtually hate each other. Well, I know that, yeah, but at the same time, that's, I think, part of the reason why they couldn't get an album again together. They would have to probably release their own singles and stuff like that. I just can't see them working together. Man, we've had a really good bunch of conversations today. Didn't think it was going to be most of it talking about music, but voila, that's exactly what it's involved. We had Matt SB on. Hang on a minute. I think I might be lagging here. Let me just double check. Just double checking that. Oh, don't do this now. Hopefully you guys are still here. I mean, my internet on my phone is slow, which is, you know, one of the early warning signs to know that my internet's not that great. So hopefully the stream's still on. God, that goalkeeper though. He's made so many saves. Right, well, I got the warning sign that I'm not connected to the internet, so I'm being a little bit careful. I'm trying not to use too much power. Just going to be patient. And if I can see a comment, then I know it's fine. All I know is that my phone's not getting any internet, which I'm a bit worried about. It probably will be fine if LAN cable's working. If that's working, then it should be fine. 30 likes and I sing Toxic. Well, right now I can't see the comments. I can't see the likes at all because my phone is not connected. Yeah, well, I know what Toxic is. Of course I do. Oh, dear. Well, I don't even know how close you are because I can't see my stream. I can't see it because my phone's not connected to the sodding internet. Oh, what's going on? Right, it looks like it's fine. I think because I'm connected to a LAN cable, I think it's fine. But now I need to try and virtually connect with my phone. Of course, I can't connect a LAN cable to my phone. Oh, come on, phone. I need you to work now. I've got to put low power mode on my battery as well because it's literally just about to run out. What percentage? It's 5%. God, it's not too much power left on my phone. I was so happy after the Brentford win because some of the fans were crying because they were so happy. Yeah, I really did. I saw that. It's beautiful to see. 74 years outside the top flight, and to get that sort of result, is unbelievable. Yeah, I saw Charlie. You would have seen my comment if you saw it. And I think Ben's going through a streak of not loving my comment now. I think he's gone to the stage where he's a bit tedious that I'm commenting on pretty much all of his videos and he's not loving it anymore. But I'm not going to roll over and cry about it. He has the intention to like of what I will love comments, as for what he wants to do. Why is my phone not connected to the internet? I can't read your comments. I don't know how I'm doing in subs. I don't know how I'm doing in likes because I cannot see my stream on my phone. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to see my computer either because that's connected to the internet. Come on. Yeah, 1 bar bandwidth is not great. What's going on with that? Who's on the internet in the house? I'm lucky in a way that I took the initiative to actually connect my PS5 with a LAN cable because it means that it's quicker, faster, and less likelihood of lag. So that's the one smart thing I've done that I've changed from last year to this year. So we shouldn't see any streams disconnecting this time. Right, I cannot join the one from downstairs. I've got to try and join this one from up here. Oh, come off it. Come on. Alright, I can see the likes now. So 23 likes to 1 dislike. Okay, so someone's disliked it, but it's 23 likes. 7 more likes than I seen Toxic. Oh. I'll sing a verse or a chorus if that's the case. We're still on 739 likes, by the way, guys. So remember, 750 I sing a Take That song, and 30 likes I sing Toxic. So there's a lot on the line today. I would have needed to. I would have needed to have a drink to get the confidence. I've not had a drink today, so. Oh god, I'm gonna feel so awkward doing it if that's the case. Right, free kick conceded by Hull. Literally what they didn't need. Honeyman looked very dangerous there, but unfortunately gave the ball away. Looks like Dan Crowley's on for King Lewis Potter. Well, I don't think he's at the club now. Well, 7 likes still, and we've not got too many games left. But also with the subs as well, we're 11 away from 750, and remember 750 would be a Take That song. Jason Knight, I thought that was in. I literally thought that was in, but he missed. How did he miss that? Oh, it's curved wide off the post. Every stream you sing a chant from each team. I've got to be honest, I don't know enough about the chants for me to do that. It could make for a great video if I were to learn more. I think one thing that actually will be good. I've got an idea now. I might do something on a Discord. I might put a message up saying if any of you guys can find as many championship chants from all 24 clubs, I might try and do something with that. You don't know. Do you think Arteta is the right man for Arsenal? And do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the right man for United? Well, I think Solskjaer will be given this test this year. I think with the squad that United have now, because not only have they got quality in most positions now, they have got depth now, which I think is important. If Solskjaer cannot deliver similar success based with that squad, then I think there's got to be serious questions. Because then you look at other managers who could do better with that squad. Arteta, for me, the writing's been on the wall for him for quite a while. But I think a big problem really is that if you get rid of Arteta, I don't think it's going to improve it. And that's really like the problem with Arsenal. I think the thing is with Arteta, I would get rid of him, but I wouldn't get rid of him now. You know, you got to get rid of him at the right time in the season. Maybe when they've, secured, everything that they needed to do with qualifications and stuff like that. But they need a plan. They need a strategy. And if they are going to get rid of Arteta, they need to bring someone in almost immediately for me, and justify why they're bringing them in. That's what they need to do. But it's been such a shit show from Arsenal, I've got to be honest. And it really has, with that performance in the weekend, it's exposed to me, just how far behind they are. And I was going to say quite sad, but it's not really sad. It is a shame, knowing for a club like that can literally go from so high to so low, literally so quickly. Are Man City doing reverse psychology like last year? Start off bad, then winning the league by the mile. But you see, you've got to remember, last year, they didn't start well at all. In their second game of the season, they lost 5-2 to Leicester. Didn't they? And they still won the league. I think it's down to teams trying to start off the season. If Pep's told them to lose, then, he wouldn't go far as a manager if he's literally deliberately told his team to lose it. If you are a manager of any club, you'll be expecting to win every game, or at least try to win every game. For what I will say, and it was something I spoke with my brother with today, because United, Chelsea, Liverpool did so well in the opening weekend, I think it put a lot of pressure on City to live up to it. They had the hardest test, but they just simply did not deliver it. And I think it was a typical Nuno Espirito Santo performance, but Spurs managing to do well under it, and that surprised me. They can't bring in anyone better than Arteta at the moment. I'm sure if they had the money to buy a manager out of the contract, even a Premier League manager, I'm sure that they can try and buy someone now. They've got the money for it. Arsenal's issue is the manager, nor are you saying it's not the manager, nor is it their owner, it's their defence. But the point I'm making, Charlie, did they look like scoring last weekend? They had glimpses. It's not enough. They lack leaders. And yes, their defence is a big problem. And it could be defensive coaching. But their whole, this has been going on for years. It's not suddenly gone bad now. It's always been bad. But you've got to think, why? Why has it always been like this? How has the standards dropped so much? And I know they had their strikers out. I know they had Lacazette and Aubameyang injured. But there's still not an excuse. I know Nketiah was injured as well. I actually expected him to start, but I didn't actually realise he was injured too. Balogun is someone who did have potential, but obviously got bullied. But even with that, I still don't even think with the strikers they would have done enough. Lacazette and Aubameyang have not done enough. Last season, Aubameyang was poor. Lacazette, hot and cold. Are you getting this point? When Lacazette was first brought in, I thought he was good. But it was almost like since Aubameyang came in, where I think Aubameyang almost like got, Lacazette's form where he's first started off. And then since then, both have been average. Yeah, recruitment's abysmal. I think the recruitment's been the biggest issue for me. Even more so than the defence. Smith Rowe and Tierney performed, and I say Saka as well. But little time he went on, he made a big difference in a good way. Liam Cullen could save that team and win them the league single-handedly. They just need someone else. They need a physical striker, and they need probably a new defensive coach. A good 2 or 3 new defenders. Sorry for yawning, by the way. That's what happens when I talk for ages. How long have I been streaming for? It's been a while. I used to know how long I streamed, but this is a new system. It doesn't record the amount of time I stream. It's going to feel like an hour or a bit. If if I can. Well, there's a watch that can tell me. So nearly 2 hours I've been streaming for. I think that's half time. I don't recall any of them scoring, so I think it's 0-0 at half time. Yeah, 0-0 half time. Middlesbrough QPR is going to be a tough game to predict. I'm literally have no idea what I'm going to predict this game. Normally with some games I can have a kind of an idea what I might be going for. This, anyone's guess for me. Sorry, I was just looking at the post. Oh, the post is wrong. Basically, it's the charity thing I'm doing. So, if you don't know, I mean, if you followed me on Instagram, you would know about this. But I'm doing a second charity this year, which is doing 100 push-ups a day, which I have actually managed to do somehow. Even before I had a night out, I did 100 push-ups. Yeah, and that was not fun. Right, that reminds me, I've not told you about the story of my mate, who I saw last week at the club. But yeah, I've not spoken to him for a while, and this was in conversation about coaching and how difficult it is to be a football coach. He was an avid sports guy. Well, I say he still is an avid sports guy. Really sporty with his stuff, and big on football. He's up there. Dribbling, shooting, he has it. I'd say a good average. I would say I'll be below average with that, but he'll be like a step up for me I say quite easily. And what he did, I talked about, he did well in his GCSEs, but he didn't really do much with his A levels. But he was trialled to be in the Colchester squad. So yeah, the official Colchester FC. He was in a youth squad, and he ultimately got turned down. And it's not, that in itself is like trying to be a footballer, but coaching, I can only imagine is going to feel the same as well. Because I couldn't even tell you enough, the amount of people wanting to get into the sports industry that may change, routes as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes into the millions of the amount of people who have actually changed from sports industry to something different. It really is so difficult to get into. And you've got to be not only like talented, but you've got to be like exceptionally talented, just to be a part, So it's difficult. It's difficult to get into that business, and it's why that I can talk, and observe the game as a neutral, but at the same time I don't want to go too deep on them because it's difficult to get into this position in the first place, and they should know what they're doing. The team 17 years ago is quite shocking to what it is now. 2004, you were scared to face, and now clubs don't care. I still got a bit of fear facing him because Arsenal just always have a good record against Chelsea. But one stat I've just found out as well, we've actually overtaken Arsenal with more Premier League wins ever since the inaugural Premier League season, which is a good fact. Only Manchester United have ever won more Premier League games in the Premier League history, which is a great stat for Chelsea to overtake Arsenal now. But Arsenal could reclaim that record by beating us in the weekend. And Arsenal are the only team, I think, who actually have a better record than us head-to-head. I think Chelsea, overall, with our record, we do very, very well head-to-head against a load of people. I think even Man United, I actually think Chelsea have a stronger record head-to-head. I think it's only Arsenal have managed to get more wins than Chelsea have managed to have against Arsenal. They've been the only team that has been Chelsea's problem. Because even with... of course, you look at the team 17 years ago and everyone couldn't get a good record against them. But even when Arsenal have fallen so far below now, Chelsea have struggled to capitalise on it, which is disappointing. But if we win and get 6 points out of 6, it really puts me in a really good mood. For me, we need to get maximum points before we get to Anfield because it's going to be really tough. Was Trevor Chalobah the one... I couldn't manage to read the comment. Was Trevor Chalobah the one on loan at Huddersfield a while back? Very likely. I think it was him, actually. Yeah, I think it was. The amount of Championship players that were commenting on, him scoring that goal, it probably wouldn't surprise me that, yes, he probably was at Huddersfield a couple of years back as well. But, of course, brother of Nathaniel Chalobah, who, of course, now is at Watford. And I've got to say... he has proven me wrong a little bit, because I did hold my doubts for him, you know, being a young player, lack of experience, could get a bit bullied off the ball sometimes, but he really stood his ground, and fair play to him. Right, penultimate game, Nottingham Forest and Blackburn Rovers. That's the penultimate game. Nottingham Forest, last place. Nottingham Forest last, well, 23rd. I wouldn't say last place. Blackburn in the top 6. Yeah, I know he started the Super Cup, and that was the thing I criticised him for. I know there were elements he did well in the Super Cup, but he did, for me, was the weakest one in that back line, because he's not the strongest of players. Of course, I mean, his age wouldn't help him with that, but at the same time, just sometimes people would run off the ball with him, you know, and, you know, it did make me nervous watching him, you know, and it made me nervous seeing him start for Chelsea. But my, did he prove me wrong, not only in the defensive performance, but actually offering something going forward and getting a goal. You know, fair play to him. Oh my god, sorry for yawning. Jeez. I think I might be going to bed. Well, I was going to say I think I might be going to bed, but I can't, because I've got to watch, after that, all the highlights of the Championship games. That's literally the one thing I've got to do before I go to bed, and then morning afterwards, record my review video, and it's just as easy as that. Okay, here's Adam. Oh, I was going to say here's Adam Armstrong. I've just shown this thing right there. God, I've also got to remember to do predictions as well. Can't forget to do that. If I forget to do that, then it'll be a disaster. We're one away from 740. Could we get 740 before the end of this stream? Just only one person. If one of you's not subscribed, please do so. We're nearly at 740. That'll be brilliant. We'll be 74% of the way there to 1,000, which is amazing. Oh, I tell you what thing will be one thing that could be a dream scenario for a collab with Ben. If somehow Preston faced either Chelsea or Chelmsford, or even Colchester. Honestly, if I found out that, well, the thing is, Colchester are no longer in the Carabao Cup, aren't they? But if I found out Colchester were facing Preston at home in the Job Service Community Stadium in the FA Cup, I'll be like, right, I'm getting tickets. I'm getting tickets, I don't care, I'm going there. And same, I mean, what would even be better, you know, just to see Chelmsford actually qualify for the FA Cup for the first time in their history as well. That would be an unbelievable achievement as well for this club based in Essex. I put my predictions earlier, but I will leave in the comments when the prediction thing comes out. Yeah, that'll be a good place to do it. Need tomorrow get a review video? Yes, of course we will. Ryan Seymour, welcome to the stream. Welcome again indeed. Right, I know I've gone a little bit quiet now, but it's because, you know, we filled a lot of this stream actually not actually talking about football. There was a good part of it talking about the controversies with Preston. There was a good part of it talking about the comebacks of Peterborough. There was a good part of it talking about Coventry not scoring that penalty. And then it got to a whole music debate, didn't it? And life choices, which I have opened up quite a bit. And I've openly said that, you know, in a way, I have actually really thrown a spanner in terms of progressing my career. Have Sheffield United and Huddersfield already been played? I have predicted Huddersfield and Preston, and Preston won 3-0, which was a comprehensive win for Preston. And Sheffield United, they played Sheffield United are straight after this one. So yeah, you've not missed Sheffield United yet. They'll be in the next one. What a goal! And I think I think it's Bradley Dack, isn't it? If I can see it right. No, it's Travis. My mistake. The hair made me thought it was Bradley Dack, but no, it was Lewis Travis with the goal. What a brilliant goal. We're getting some cracking goals in FIFA today. It's a shame we won't see the footage, unfortunately. Goal, brilliant goal. Overall, brilliant. Yeah, Sheffield United play West Brom, and they'll be straight after this one. And then Huddersfield, yeah, they lost 3-0 to Preston. Not great, isn't it? Mitro's goal of the season, goal contender. Oh, yeah, that's another thing to talk about. Just, it's gone viral, and I'm glad in the way it has, because it has given the Championship a bit of a spotlight. But I think it's given the spotlight for the wrong reason, saying, oh, it's crappy football, all of that. Oh, you know, you don't see those goals in the Premier League. what I hope that people look at it saying, wow, you won't see a goal like this in any other league. And that is the the positivity is what I meant to say, of having a goal like that. You know, purists would say, you know, it's a rubbish goal, you know, this is why the championship's this, blah, 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 and whatever, Premier League's so much better, whatever. But you wouldn't see a goal like that in any other league. You got to be honest. And you know, it is, for me, it's a feel good league as well. You know, I don't have my team in it. It's, you know, I feel good talking about it. You know, it's a league that does intrigue me. Swansea versus Sheffield United was a huge letdown. Yes, I wish there was a bit more from Sheffield United, especially. I think Swansea, if I'm right in saying, had a lot more of the ball. Chances, though, barely any. Swansea had one. McGoldrick had one, which we found out was offside in the end. But yeah, Bender did well, to be fair, in goal. And yeah, Ramsdale made that one save from low. But apart from that, it was a really big letdown. And I think Swansea, Sheffield United, I've said this a load of times already, but I think they're very similar. They've got a new manager. You know, they're going to have dejected based on fortunes. You know, Swansea nearly going up and Sheffield United being relegated the way they were. And they need to just battle through that really dark cloud. Oh, good save by Brice Samba to deny Adam Armstrong there. They need to battle this dark cloud and just literally attack the season. All header is Bradley Johnson. It's a good tackle by McKenna there. He does. Callum Robinson does have 2 and 2. Oh, I God hope he doesn't. He's not the top goal scorer. In a way, I'm glad because I have got in my gaffer team and I've captained him for 2 weeks in a row, and it proved to be a good decision. Do you think Ramsdale will go to Arsenal this transfer window? I think not. Oh, what a brilliant equaliser. Anthony Knockaert. Thunderous strike right there. Brilliant layoff by Alex Mighton there as well. Brilliant. What a brilliant equaliser that was. I want to see the replay for that one. No, I don't think he will. Basically, I don't know. Oh, it was Yates actually did the layoff, but Mighton creating it. Fair play. Brilliant goal. Overall, I think Jokanovic has made it clear that he just doesn't want to let him go. And the fact that Ramsdale started, I don't think he will. It'll be, unless Arsenal go with a really big bid, I don't think he'll go in. Craig Vincent, you're quite right saying Callum Robinson is a top scorer. I think you're a regular viewer around here. I don't know if you're a new viewer or if you're not. If you are a new viewer, welcome to the stream and everyone welcome in, but I think you may have been in my streams before. Well, if he's begging to leave, I mean, if that's the reports, then fair play to him that he's still playing his football there. But I don't know. It's a very intriguing scenario. Callum Robinson is top goal scorer. I think also Rob Dickey is also top goal scorer with 2 goals as well, which is giving me a really strong decision to, you know, whether I should swap Barbe in my team or not. It is giving me a bit of a predicament there. I was a bit fortunate as well with my team because the likes of Ajaria and I was one other, John Fleck, who in my starting 11 didn't play, but I was lucky enough I had McFadden and both Sean Morrison play and both scoring very, very well, so it's kind of saved my team in the end. Charlie Brown, I don't want you to remind me that's the one bad period we had under Tuchel. We've moved on from that. Let's look at what your team did right now. 5-1. You know, it happens. Every team has, you know, a poor day in the office. Chelsea had one there. And, a chance by Lewis Graben, who's done something he has not done for quite a while, definitely not this season, which is to score a goal. Brilliant strike by Lewis Graben, and what a turnaround by Nottingham Forest. They're 1-0 down at half-time. Anthony Knockaert with the equaliser, and Lewis Graben just now, he beats Jared Branthwaite. What a strike. Past Kaminski. If he's looking to be England's number one, he wouldn't want to be Arsenal's bench every game. Yeah, I think that's the biggest motivation. I think that is the biggest motivation. I don't think he'd want to be moving away, to be on someone's bench. Leno would still stay there. Oh, Craig Vincent, fair enough. If you are new, everyone do make sure you give Craig Vincent a warm welcome to the stream. We always make sure we welcome our new viewers around here. How we're doing with likes and subscribers right now? We're still on 23 likes. I have put on a couple of bets, which is not great. So I've only got... Right, so after this game, there's only one game left. So 7 likes, I've made a deal that I will sing a verse of Toxic by Britney Spears. And 750 subscribers, I have said that I will sing a song by Take That. I've not decided which one yet, but either way, if you've not hit the like button, please do so. It does tremendously help. It tells me that, despite giving up my time, you still enjoy my content. It does really help. And please, if you have not hit that subscribe button, if you're new, please do hit that subscribe button. It does really help. Okay, next it's the final game. So we're going to go back to the Premier League here. So we've got West Brom and we've got Sheffield United. So according to FIFA, it will be an all Premier League affair. So it should be pretty close. Let's go for the pink strip for Sheffield United here, I think. Craig Vince is going to support West Brom in this. I'm not surprised based on who you've got in your profile picture there. Liquan Henry happy with that 2-1 win from Nottingham Forest. Yeah, what a comeback that was. You're very happy after the first round in the Prem. You're a Man United fan. Fair enough. Yeah, it was a brilliant performance by Man United. One thing I'll say about Man United, they're scaring people now. They're starting to get that fear factor back. Likewise with Arsenal, they were starting to lose it a bit, but I think if they have a scary amount of depth now and they start getting consistent results, I think teams will start getting scared of them. Seymour supporting the Blades. So we've got a couple of West Brom fans. We've got a Sheffield United fan in the chat as well. This should make for brilliant entertainment. So I couldn't tell you who will win this game at the moment. I mean, I think at the moment I probably would say if I were to predict a scoreline, it would be a 1-0 West Brom win, but it'll be close. Okay. Oh, well, thank you for liking the stream. We're on 25 likes now. Yeah, there's another dislike, but I guess someone's trying to be funny there. But once again, we're nearly at 740, so we're nearly at 74% from 1,000. So one subscriber away, we're on 74% from 1,000 subs, which would be big. But of course, 11 away from 75%, and of course 750, which is a big milestone for this channel. It will be really, really big if we can get to that mark. Might not be today, but if we can get to 740 today, that'll be incredible. Right, here's Pereira, who of course is not a West Brom player anymore, who decided to literally chuck his potential and his career down the bin to get more money, which is a real shame, because I really do think he's a talented player. Yeah, so here's Pereira. What can he do? He's going to give it to Yokusulu there, to Maitland-Niles. God, I forgot Maitland-Niles was a West Brom player in the second half of last season. Here's Matt Phillips. 2-0 baggage. You like a high pressing football? I say Robinson against his former club and Grant. Yeah, I forgot Callum. Yeah, of course Callum Robinson was a Sheffield United player for a bit. Yeah, that's right. Carlin Grant, I hope he scores, because I'm going to keep him in my Gaffer League quite likely as well. Grant is a player who I think can definitely score in Championship level. He did it with Huddersfield. He did it at Huddersfield for a brief bit, then eventually joined West Brom, of course. God, there's a lack of... I can't get any internet on my phone, so I can't read comments. I don't know how many subscribers I got. I don't know how many likes I've got. I'm going to have to wait until the internet's back on. The stream should still be alive, though, because I am plugging my PS5 on a LAN cable. So that should be all well and good, even if I can't see any of your comments. Ryan Seymour said, alright, internet's back. What is this defending? It's very passive. If we could beat Sheffield, surely any can. I mean, I guess that is a thing of looking at it. I mean, I think Sheffield will be a team that will get better as the season goes on. It's difficult for me to believe that they're going to be this bad for the whole thing. with a manager like Jokanovic as well, who has got a load of experience, it will be very unlikely that it gets this bad. But yeah, overall, I think they'll be fine. The reason why I'm not speaking, because I'm only just looking at the light target now, and it's scaring me a little bit. Oliver Burke swap deal with Robinson. That would be a good signing, I think. I mean, Burke used to be a West Brom player. So it'll be both players going back to their former clubs. Yeah, Brian Seymour's just said it. Oliver Burke against his former club. Should I start Sarkic or Johnston? I've completely forgotten who Birmingham have got again. Who do Birmingham have? They have... Bournemouth. Oh. I might keep Dieng and go. I mean, I'd probably, in that scenario, have Johnston, because right now, based on the squads, Bournemouth look like a team that they're going to score more likely than Sheffield United are. So I probably would say Johnston, but Johnston's much more expensive than Sarkic. Oh yeah, you swapped them. So that was part of the deal. You swapped them and you didn't think of it. Mates. Hang on a minute, I can't actually check my phone because my internet's down. Oh, off the post, David McGold. Oh, was that McGoldrick? No, it wasn't McGoldrick. I think it may have been McGoldrick. I didn't manage to see because I was checking my phone. Oh, off the post. Sheffield United comes so close to opening the scoreline there. I'm aware we've hit 30 likes. I'm not going to sing until we get to 740 subscribers. I refuse. 740 subs and then I'll do the thing for real, alright? There's a little clause in that unilateral contract that I'm forming here. I love Alex Moat. He's a good signing on a free. Yes, he really is. To get him on a free especially, I think a lot of people say that's a good signing. But the fact, that he got him on a free, I think is even better business. It really, really is. Unbelievable. Here's Oliver Burke. Sam Johnston thinks should have got there. Oliver Burke now. And it's a goal for Sheffield United. It is Oliver Burke against his former club who scores the goal. Oh my god. Wait, who on earth is that supposed to... Oh my god. You broke the verbal contract. This is a unilateral contract. Ollie Burke with the goal. This will be a big win for Sheffield United, and it will blow the Championship wide open if this happens. Honestly, guys, just one sub and I'll do it, alright? God, I'm going to have to probably think of Britney Spears' verse in a minute. Oh, God. I know, and the thing is, this is me with most songs. I know, 2 sentences, and then I make it up as I go along, because I don't know the lyrics of songs. And my mother will be disappointed with me, because she's one that always listens to lyrics and music. She's always a very American listener. They're ones that listen more to lyrics. I always listen to melody. Oh, great. And the thing is, you can clip things so much easier now as well. Dang. Oh, well... Things happen. Well, we've only got 20 minutes left of this game, so it's only a matter of time, isn't it? So, here's McGoldrick. Oh, brilliant defending him again. Right, West Brom need to try and get an equaliser here. But once again, given away by Diagna here. I appreciate the support, by the way. And I may look like a tit doing so, but it is for your entertainment, and you've earned it, because actually for the past couple of streams and the videos I've not been doing so well. I obviously had that really good bit of momentum where I was getting so many subs. They've dried out a bit, haven't they? And then just to see it, having a bit of a comeback, it's only what you guys deserve, really. I don't even care at this point if I've got to make myself look like an idiot to try and get anywhere on this bloody platform at this point. Oh dear. Well, it's near the end of the game now, so you've not got too much time left. Okay, so 80th minute, we have got West Brom on the attack. really need a goal. They really need a goal more than anything right now. God, my nose is so itchy. It's all. I swear, ever since I've grown this mustache, I get such an itchy nose. It's so irritating. I mean, I couldn't really comment with people because I think all of you will be too young to even grow beards at the moment. Oh, it's probably the closest West Brom cone. And it's booted away. Oh no, my phone's out of charge. Oh god, that's not helpful. That means I can't look at my phone and stuff. Hang on a minute. I can charge it quickly. Completely forgot my phone had low charge. I'm going to save it. Oh, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save my phone. 91st minute. We keep on making mistakes at the back. I love Ishmael. I can't see the full comment because I'm going to have to get it on my computer now. Because it's going to take too long. Right. Oh, what a disaster. No, in fact, actually, my phone's back on. Oh, I've saved it. 6 of you watching now. So that's the final game. It'll be the end of the stream right about now. Hang on a minute. Just got to make sure I check everything before I conclude it. Come on, phone. Go on. It's literally just on that right now. Come on. Phone CPR. Oh, come on. Taking way too long. This phone. iPhone XR, my arse. It's taking way too long here. Come on. I think this is the internet now. Okay. Right now, we've got the 39th. Oh, god dang it. I was going to say that I got away with it, but I just realised someone's made an account and made it to 740. Ollie Burt does it for the Blaze, indeed. Right, I warn you guys, go away right about now, because I'm about to sing a verse from Britney Spears' Toxic, because I did make a promise. Mark Peters, oh man. Oh. If you are a new viewer, then fair play to you. If you're on someone else's account, then okay, well, fair enough. Right. Well, I'm not going to play... Well, I can't play the actual music. I'll get copyrighted, wouldn't I? So I'm going to have to get a verse. I'll sing the bridge to the chorus. I think that's going to be enough. Oh, God. Oh, no. I would have wanted a drink. I can't. I'm going to feel so awkward doing this because... It's literally the worst thing you could do right now is to do a song and you know you've not had a drink. You know, it's going to feel as awkward as me doing Blinding Lights. If you saw my GeoGuessr video, you'll know what I mean. Oh dear, and I just know people are so eagerly like rating for this as well. It's like a big performance. Guys, just think of it as a karaoke night. Just don't even look at the camera. This is so bad. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I say stupid things like this? Why do I do this? Oh my god. You know what, in the end of it, it's getting me somewhere on this channel, so I've got to look at it that way. Oh, Jesus. I think from now on with this content, this is the sort of stuff you'll get if I were to make a Patreon one day. Right. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, so yeah, it'll be the bridge to the chorus, I think. Okay. Mind over matter. God. Are you ready, guys? I'm glad our fans are back in the stadium. Yeah, I completely agree. God, I'm going to try and change the subject. Okay. I can't do it. Oh, wait, come on. I've got to do it. Oh, dear. Right. Too high, can't come down. Losing my hair, spinning round and round. Do you feel me now? With a taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping on. With a taste of your poison and paradise, I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? That's all I'm doing. Oh my god. Mark could just do it, and he can literally not feel awkward doing it. But me, on the other hand, I'm awful. If it's on tune, it probably is not going to sound too bad, but it's going to be ridiculously out of key. Oh dear. if you notice in the camera, I'm glistening. I'm actually like beaming, but in the worst possible way because I'm sweating buckets right now. Oh, well, that's for you guys. That's for you guys. Oh, I don't know how Johnston would react, but he probably ran away. He probably ran back to the Premier League. And said, I don't want this clown to be associated with me again. Oh, I tell you what. Benjamin Bloom might invite me to one of his concerts now one day, if he were to hear my vocal performance. Get me back to his band. Oh god, what was it? Oh my god, what was his band called? I completely forgot what was his band. Oh my god, no. I gotta find out. I gotta remember what his band was. Benjamin Bloom used to be in the band, and we talked about it in my hour-long podcast with him. What was it called? Oh my god. He named it after a song by a famous band, but I forgot what it was called. I mean, Benjamin Bloom's got his own wiki page, so he has got his own wiki page as well. So yeah, George Michael, no match for me. I mean, yeah, new George Michael over here, maybe. You know, we were talking to him as the best vocalist of all time. I've been under the radar. That's it, Rosalita. That was the band. Yeah, Rosalita. That's, you know, if there's a reunion to Rosalita and we do covers of old classic songs, you know, he can get me on. You know, I'll make the trip to Ipswich or wherever the hell he's from, and we'll do it. Oh my god, I still can't believe I've done that. I think my family are going to be so disgusted in me that I've actually done this as well. What the hell? Oh, great. Oh, great. Brilliant. Okay. God, I've missed so many notifications as well. Right, well, it's good to see that a lot of you are still watching, but unfortunately, that's the end of the stream. It's ended in a way that I didn't want it to, but thank you guys so much for 740 subscribers. We're 74% of the way there. That's the thing I'll remember. 74% of the way to 1,000. I can't do maths right now. 74% of the way there. Thank you guys so much for that. 10 away now for 750 as well, which is absolutely amazing. FIFA's now giving its predictions for midweek. I'll do my review video on last weekend's games tomorrow. And I'll do my predictions for the midweek games tomorrow as well. Arsenal look terrible. Yeah, I agree. Only a couple of players have only looked good. You know, Brentford really bullied them. Yeah, God, I'm a little bit disgusted. Go sing Toxic to the Fam? No way. They'd never hear me sing. No way. Right. That'll wrap it up. So yeah, you guys will see me tomorrow with my review video. I hope you guys enjoyed it from what it was. 2 of you didn't, but that's fine. That's fine. You know, I can't please everyone. But thank you for liking the stream. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so. It does help. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It does help. And yes, we really are on the trip to 800 subscribers right now. We're 60 subs away from it now. And yeah, I've got to say, once again, thank you so much for the support. We even had Matt SB on in the beginning of the stream as well, which is amazing. And yeah, incredible stream overall. And it's all thanks to you guys as well. Brilliant topics. And hopefully, next stream I'll enjoy it. So yeah, thank you everyone. I can't do my outro because I'm so disgusted with myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for sunny in the stream. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.